that's the story of Jaxson. He's in studio now. It's our Cares for Kids Radiothon, our 23rd annual. Jaxson, I see your smiling face in studio, and I know this isn't something that you normally feel comfortable doing, but like, how are you doing right now? How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good.
You're doing good. Yeah, you got a smile on your face. You look like you're doing good. Okay, so I'm going to ask you some crazy questions, but like that first moment, I know you got Mom, Heather, behind you, and she's just like gripping onto dear life. So I know that there's a complete different feeling between you and Mom right now. And that's why I'm really excited to talk to you, because you've got, through the eyes of a kid, hearing the word, oh, you've got cancer. Like, what did that feel like for you?
My stomach definitely sunk into my chest. I was like super scared, but I knew that I was going to fight and that dying wasn't going to be the route for me. So I was just going to fight as hard as I can and see where God takes this journey.
Kiddo, you're going to make me cry. Like, that's incredible. You are such a strong kid.
Heather, I know you're kind of hiding a little bit back there. And what is it like to have a son that, I mean, this kid just seems like so brave, so unfazed. How much does it help you as his mom to have a kid like this?
Yeah, he's just so strong. I say to him, like, one day I asked him, I'm like, aren't you mad? Like, he's like, no. He's like, I'm going to get through it. I mean, he's just so confident and so strong. And like we said, like, he just helps keep us strong and know that, like he said, he ain't going nowhere. And he's proven right. He's kicking butt. He's, like I said, remission after the first phase. He fights through every thing that chemo affects, the side effects that the chemo has. He fights through everything just like a trooper and very rarely complains. And yeah, he's just amazing. He's just so strong. Like we say, our get to know our real life superhero.
Jaxson, real life superhero. I'm okay with that. Like, your first time going through chemo, Jaxson, like, what was that like for you?
Well, at first I didn't really realize like what it was doing to me, but as I learned like that it was killing the poison inside me, it was also poison itself, but it's what's going to help me get rid of it and keep on living my life.
Now, if you could be a superhero, what would your name be? Who would you be? What colors?
Definitely orange and black. But I don't know what my name would be. I'd have to have someone else come up with that.
Jack Attack.
Yeah, that's the one.
Jack Attack. There you go.
All right, come up with one before you let Mandy come up with one for you. So, anyway, you know, how with all this being at the hospital and kind of when you first got there, what, you know, I know it's going through your mind, you know, but did you expect it to be the place that you walked into? Did you expect when you walked into Sanford Children's Hospital and you got to see all the games, all these rooms, all this whole place? Did you expect that when you were walking into a hospital, man?
No, I've watched too many TV shows where it's just chaotic, but the hospital is really calm and it sounds bad, but it's kind of fun. Like they make it not as bad as what you would think it would be.
Do you have a favorite thing that you started to do when you were at the hospital? Like, what was a thing that you would like to do?
Whenever I was bored and the nurses had nothing to do, we'd always play knee hockey in the hallways, and that was always so fun. And one time, my doctor even jumped in and was playing with us.
Gonna guess? I mean, undefeated, right?
No, I have lost before.
Just once.
Just once.
Just
yeah.
one time. Yeah. You gotta give him one, right?
Yeah.
You gotta give him one. So, you know, Mom, I gotta ask through here. So you get there, and you know, you probably have something in your mind too. What a children's hospital is going to be. How quickly did it become that this staff and this experience is maybe going to be a lot different than what you thought it was going to be?
Like I mentioned too, the first night we were there, I mean, I think we went straight from the walk-in clinic to the hospital. And Dr. Chiak came in, and I think it was 9:30 at night, and she said, I won't leave till we have answers. And I just thought, how calming, like, she's not leaving us until we don't have to sleep and worry, you know, what is not that it didn't end up being the worst, but at least we knew, and we knew what the plan was. And then just as the multiple stays that he's had there, getting to know nurses, and they just become like your family, and I think of, when you say, oh, he got to play baseball last night, and they freak out as much as I do because you're excited for him, but yet you're worried, and they're just, like I said, they're just amazing. They're just become family. We had one day that we thought we were going to get to go home, and the doctor came in and said we were not, and he was pretty bummed. And the day nurse called the night nurse, and she brought him bags and bags of his favorite things. I mean, they're just incredible there. They're just, like I said, they become family that you wish no one ever had to meet.
This is a way perfect way to put it. It's like family you wish you never have to meet, but you're glad they're the people that are there when you have to meet them, I would imagine.
Yeah. Yep. It's like, they're amazing.
Yeah, it is one of those things, too, where, you're talking about these milestones that you guys are hitting. And Jaxson, man, you've been battling through this. How are things going today, man? Are you finally getting to those baseball games, those hockey games? Are you able to get back to this stuff, man? I see you rocking the old Fargo Freeze hat going. You got your Davies on, man.
Yeah, I got to play in my first hockey game last weekend, and I'm not where I was before, but I'm just happy I can be on the ice, touch the puck a few times.
You trash talk a little bit, though, while you're out there.
Oh,
anyway.
for sure.
Yeah, no mercy.
No mercy.
Now, like part of this day, it's the testimonies, the stories of what happened for you guys and for a bunch of other families at the Sanford Children's Hospital. But for both of you, do you have some favorite team members at the Sanford Children's Hospital that you just love? Who would they be for you guys?
I love all my doctors, but my favorite nurses are Haley and Mackenzie. They're always so nice, and they always and Amber, and I don't know. They're all super nice, but those are the ones that always make sure you're always doing good, always have whatever like for example, one night I wanted a lemonade, but it was midnight, and Amber, I swear she searched that whole hospital and got me a lemonade, and it was just so cool because it made me realize how much they care for you and how important you are to them.
And Heather, Mom, who would you say?
Like I said, he said too. The doctors are amazing. We have a number to where we can call anyone at any time, at any hour of the night. I mean, people are just amazed where, we were in Bismarck for Christmas, and I called and got the doctor. And they're like, you just talked to the doctor? And I'm like, yep. I mean, it's just so awesome so all of his doctors are amazing. His primary is Dr. Chihak, and I've said to my husband, I don't know how you can love someone so much. That gave me the most devastating news. She's amazing. And then the nurses that he mentioned, they all just, when you see them care so much for your son, they are amazing.
Well, and this is, I know this is hard. And, the thing is, you guys have been battling. You guys have been doing amazing. We're actually about to get into a power hour here, too, over the lunch hour. So these are huge parts where we can really make dollars count here soon. And I know this is hard for you. And you've got to meet these amazing people that you said, it's the family you wish you'd never have to meet, but you're there. But you're not going to be the last one to go through there. What would you tell someone thinking about giving to the hospital?
This was actually a question we practiced on the way here.
All right, go for it.
But we were saying, just try to put yourself in our shoes and realize that what we're going through is life-threatening and scary, and every dollar counts, and it's always going to someone who is in need or could really use the money.
Jaxson, I think you aced that. That was incredible. You did so good today. I'm just really proud of you. And yes, just like E has been mentioning, we are going to go into a power hour, which means we need your support. And that support can come from calling us at 478 Kids. That is 478-5437, or texting kids to 35270. You guys, you have an incredible story. I thank you so much for taking the time, because it's stories like yours that helps us realize what we have in our actual backyard. Something like, you guys are from Fargo. How nice was it to just like know that you could just still go home at the end of the day?
It was, like I said, we have 3 girls older than him, and that we could go, one of us could go home and be with them at night, and, and not be so many miles away, that someone could be with them still and someone could be with him. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Well, I'll tell you what, again, thank you guys so much for popping by. And you're kicking off this Power Hour for us here in a matter of minutes. Again, that text is 35270. Text that keyword kids. You can call 478-KIDS. Jaxson, Heather, thank you guys so much for popping in. You aced your first stop here today, man. The practice paid off. We even hit you with some screwballs out there as well, man. So you aced it. Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to be back with more stories like this for the Cares for Kids Radiothon, hitting into a Power Hour with Y94.
It's the Cares